What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon, or Scaredy Ginge. You may know me from around Twitch. I am a full-time streamer. I stream RuneScape 6 days a week, and I absolutely love it. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video to see what it's all about. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it. This video is going to be about things that I love about the game, why I play. I get the questions so often about that, so I thought maybe it was time that I talked about it. I in no way intend to offend anybody or do anything of the sort with this. I'm just going to be talking about the things that I feel. And so with that being said, let's get on into it. When I started playing RuneScape, I used to get the question of why. And my reasoning was always because, well, my husband played it and I wanted to spend more time with him. He's active duty, and so we weren't always able to physically spend time together. And so this was our way to kind of make up for that. You know, we'd get in a phone call and, you know, we'd play RuneScape together. He'd teach me how to do things, and the rest is history. And now I get asked the same question, and it's not much different. Now, maybe it doesn't have to do with him completely, but it has to do with kind of a social aspect. I'm able to meet people from all around the world, different cultures, every color, different religions, and find a common aspect. We all love to play RuneScape. Whether it's for skilling, whether it's for bossing, whether it's for questing, whether it's for clue scrolls, whatever it might be, there is something about this game that we all just love. And I think that's beautiful. It's kind of like the whole music theory. Music is one of those things where no matter what, it's a way to bring people together. And I feel like RuneScape does that. Now, when I first started playing the game, it was more of I'm just going to spend time with my husband. But now it's become, you know, I'm going for my max cape. I'm trying to do all of these wonderful things. And it's like every time I play it, my love for it just grows and grows and grows. And I just want to kind of give those like views and such to other people who might not be feeling so great about the game at the moment. And I say that because I've seen so many videos and I've seen so many posts on Reddit, and I've heard on streams and such like that where everybody just kind of points out everything that's wrong with the game. But I barely ever see people talk great about the game. There are quite a few content creators recently that have put out things that, you know, just tear apart the game and the company as a whole. And yes, there are a few content creators who choose to not do that and focus on the great things within the game, but you more so see the negativity than you do the positivity. And I wish I could see that change, because I know I'm not the only one that feels the way that I do about this game. And I wish other people could see that there are so many people who play this game who kind of see it as a way that it's either saved them or it's brought them closer to people. There's people that have met their husbands and wives through this game, who have met, you know, people they consider family, best friends, you know, so many wonderful things. And I wish people talked more about those. Kind of going to the things that I like within the game. If you watch me stream, you know that quests and me just don't get along. Eventually, I'll probably go for my quest cape because, well, it would just be smart to get it. But that time is not soon. At the moment, you know, again, I'm going for my max cape. My favorite skill within the game is Slayer. I love combat. I can't say that I truly love bossing, but that's just because I'm not quite ready there. Mechanics are still kind of foreign to me. I can do your simple, well, maybe not simple bosses, but I can do things like QBD. I just learned how to do Vindicta solo and such. But that's kind of not, I feel like a lot of people only focus on bossing. There are so many streamers that just stream bossing. And my whole thing with streaming has always been, I want to be different. I want to be that person that people can kind of come hang out with, you know. Yes, bossing is a huge part of the game, but there's a whole other side of the game where you're constantly skilling and, you know, you're doing those clue scrolls and you're doing those quests. And, you know, I want everybody to be able to come together and just be able to focus on the fun things. You know, not everybody likes bossing. Not everybody wants to be able, you know, to be the next Couchy or anything like that. Some of us, like myself, just enjoy literally sitting in RuneSpan and, you know, hanging out up there or, doing core hunting parties and such. And I'm not saying that bossing isn't, shouldn't be a big part of the game. I just feel like there are a lot of people that just don't really find that to be the best part of the game. I know at some point I am going to be getting more into bossing. It's already happening. Like I said, I can solo Vindicta, which I know isn't huge to some people. But at the same time, that's not my love of the game. My love of the game is to be able to skill and, to kind of unlock certain things. And I know there's a lot of other people, and I know that because those people sit in my streams, with the recent things that have come, through, like your yak track. And, there's been, of course, talk about archaeology coming out. And then we've had the recent 120s and all of that stuff. It's like there's so much within this game right now that we're able to do. But again, we're only focusing on the negative aspects, and we're only focusing on the things that are bad within bossing and, buff bars being broken, which that was a huge kind of fiasco, but hey, it's fixed. But why don't we talk about the things that are great? The yak track was probably one of the best things since I've been playing the game that has, been kind of introduced into the game. You have Iron Men that are super excited about it. And it's like, I think that's huge, when you have something that everybody loves. Is it a little grindy? Yes. Is it sweaty? Yes, it is. But at the same time, you're getting all of these wonderful kind of aspects of the game, and you're not dealing with MTX. One thing that everybody super hates, and, I can get on it, is MTX. It's a huge thing within the game. If you listen to the podcast that I was on with Mike Rue, there was, one thing that I spoke about, which was simply, I don't agree with MTX in the sense of how hard it's pushed. I understand MTX as a whole from a business standpoint, but how much they push it and such is just something I don't agree with. But at the same time, there are certain aspects that I love about it. If I want to grab 15 keys because there's a Fashionscape thing going on, I'm going to do that because I'm a huge Fashionscape person. But at the same time, that balance has to be found. And, I have faith that it will be. And so, with that being said, there's not much within the game that I don't like. The big thing that I see that happens is your average player versus your top tier player. There's such a disconnect there. You have your people that are quite the elitists, and that look down upon people such as myself. But it's like, I feel like it's not kind and it's not fair to look down upon those who maybe have just started or, are coming back after a long break or just aren't really interested in being a top tier player and being your quote unquote 1%ers within the game. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to be that person, you don't have to be that person. But I do feel like at the same time, you shouldn't feel bad for the way that you play the game. I deal with that all the time when I stream. I get people that come in and tell me that what I'm doing is not efficient or that I should change it or that I should do this, but I'm here to tell you I'm not going to. I truly believe that to enjoy the game, I should do things the way that I want to. Is sitting in RuneSpan all day the most efficient way to gain rune crafting spirits? Of course not. But it's what I enjoy to do, and it allows me to do other things during the day, and that's okay. You don't have to be an efficient player to be a player of RuneScape, and that's just my opinion on that. One of the big things to come to RuneScape with RuneFest and kind of right before that is the big diversity kind of group aspect. I am one of the quote unquote diversity champions. So I'm one of the people that help run the Discord. And when we first started running it and opening it, it was rocky to say the least. We've recently decided to open it back up, which I'm super happy about. A lot of people are under the impression that the diversity Discord is only about one certain thing, but it's actually about a lot. It's about equal opportunity. It's about accessibility. It's about acceptance. It's about feeling welcome within a game that hasn't always had that ability. So you have, your space for maybe your disabled players, your space for people that have, so many different things going on that maybe it's okay to give that accessibility to them. Unfortunately, like I said, when it first started up, there were a lot of trolls that came in and made it into something that it just isn't. And that was very hurtful, I think, and painful for a lot of people. When in reality, the diversity Discord is literally there to make sure that RuneScape as a whole is diverse and that it's accepting and that it's accessible to everybody. And with that being said, I will leave a link down below to the forum post about it. And if you would like to join it, you can kind of navigate to it from there. I'm not going to put the link to the Discord here because I just don't think that that would be well. But if it is something that you would like to be a part of and you would like to help shape the community of, RuneScape as a whole and everything, we would love to have you in there. Everybody's voice is important and everybody deserves to have their voice heard. And I have to say, as somebody who, doesn't have as much time as everybody else, but as somebody who literally plays this game every single day and, lives my life around it, it is amazing to see a company and a player base that is willing to do this, because as a whole, there are so many companies out there who just don't give a crap and they just want to continue being the way that they are. But in today's day and age, that's not how you grow. That's not how you become better. And I will say that I am proud of Jagex and that they have given this to us, because it's not just geared towards one type of person or, whatever it might be. It's geared towards everybody, because everybody deserves to have a place and everybody has the right to feel accepted and to feel like they're a part of things. And so that's what Jagex as a whole is giving to people with this. So with that being said, I think I'm going to end the little video here. I just kind of wanted to talk on some things. If you're feeling like RuneScape has been kind of like a drab lately, you're not alone. I've been seeing it. It seems as though the community is really hurting and really just kind of feeling unheard. But I think that we can do better. And I think that as a whole, Jagex might need to change some things, but the community does as well. And, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What are things that people can do differently? What are ways that Jagex can help us differently? What do you dislike about the game? What do you love about the game? You can either talk about it down below. You can join our Discord. I'll leave my Discord link in the description box. But we would love to get some conversation started about this, because like I said, everybody's voice matters. Whether you have a bad opinion or a good opinion, or you're just neutral on everything, whatever it might be, we would love to hear it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks. Bye, guys.